If you're looking to improve your serve with more power, more spin, and more accuracy, you're definitely gonna wanna watch this video. I have my friend Brooks here. He has one of the fastest serves pound for pound, definitely. And we're gonna go into how you can actually make some changes to your serve to make it a deadly weapon. All right, the serve. Brooks, you have a really powerful serve. So why don't you just hit a couple and we'll talk through some of the things that you do really well.
Love it.
All right, here we go. Okay, 2 more. That carbon paddle sounds like a rocket ship, bro. All right, so obviously, ton of spin, ton of power. Again, he's not the biggest dude, right? Not the biggest guy, but he does a lot of things well on his serve mechanically. And when we look at the top players, their mechanics are really solid. So Brooks, let's talk about the very first thing that you're looking at.
So the first thing I'm really looking at is incorporating my legs, making sure I'm like really getting low, kind of igniting that switch. Because I know it all starts with your legs, right? Because if I just stand straight up, I'm really not gonna get anything out of it, right? So with me taking this step, it kind of, you know, I'm starting to feel a little tension there.
Yeah.
Right? Which is good because you want to feel like you're using your legs. So once I know I did this, everything else is going to kind of flow. After I use my legs, I'm really focusing on opening my hips, going towards my target. So I'm not trying to go into my target with my front hip, but I'm kind of trying to clear it out and bring this back hip forward, which is kind of allowing me to go towards my target.
Yeah.
And then the third thing is my follow through. I'm making sure that I don't stop my follow through and I'm just going straight over my shoulder, just allowing my body to follow it.
Yeah, no, I really like that. So those are the 3 things. Let's kind of break down the very first one. I do see a lot of players standing up to their serve, and I'll give you an example here. So if this is you and you're not putting any legs at all, right? I see a lot of players just standing here and just hitting the ball with their arm. So legs is number 1. And just really quick, Brooks, I wanna go through your serve motion again, because you are actually one that you like to actually step into it.
I do, yeah.
So what do you think the benefits of that is when you're stepping in?
So for me with stepping in, it's part of a routine. I know that if I have a routine, I'm gonna be set.
Yeah.
I actually used to have a serve where I just sat here and kind of did what you just did.
Yeah.
But I still incorporated a little more of my legs. But I feel like with me stepping in, I'm allowing my body to go into the court, getting myself just a little more power.
Yeah.
Which could cause short returns, missed returns.
Okay. So legs and stepping in, and you know, with that, I think your momentum plays a big role in your power. So let's just see 2 more.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna look at your legs really quick. Okay. Really quick, if you're really enjoying this video, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out a ton. We really appreciate it. Also, we created this free video if you really want to improve topspin on your shots. Check it out in the link in the description or scan the QR code. So another thing, as I'm just watching this too, you'll see him, you actually stand straight up when you start, but yeah, when he goes into his serve, he actually gets low. And then when you're in this position, Brooks, like you said, like an igniter, right?
Yeah.
From here, now you can actually go to the hips. Brooks.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so now let's talk about, you talked about clearing your hips. Let's get into that part, because a lot of people don't know really what that means, but you're kind of in this position. So let's talk about the roll of your hips.
Yeah, so with me clearing my hips, so when I'm saying that, I'm really meaning just clearing my front hip and bringing my back hip forward, kind of lining up towards my target, right? So I know that if I'm serving to Grayson, right, if I just bring this front hip forward, I'm kind of just gonna be serving straight ahead.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not allowing my body to go towards my target. So I know that if I clear this and bring this forward, right? If you're standing behind me, my body's going right towards Grayson.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, that's really good. I've heard it in different ways. A lot of times too, like what we just talked about, how people don't use their legs at all. They don't initiate their hips at all. So a lot of their serves kind of just look like that, which could be consistent, but
it can be
not
right?
a lot of power.
Yeah.
So what you're saying to me, you know, I've heard maybe your belly button, your navel, you want to get that turn maybe more towards your target.
Absolutely.
So that now And as I turn my hips, my shoulders actually turn and my chest opens up. So this is the motion what we want. And I would say, give or take, we're gonna play some of your serves in slow motion, but by the time you're hitting the ball, your hips are almost fully open to your target.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so let's see a couple of those. Yeah. Good ball. 2 more.
Yep.
Right on line. Those things are cranked. Okay. So we got the hips, and then lastly, you talked about the follow through.
Yes.
Let's get really specific and talk about where that is and why that's really important.
Yeah. So I come from a tennis background, right? Most coaches will always tell you to follow through. Now, it's like you said earlier, kind of using your belly button. This is kind of leads into it, right?
Yeah.
If I transition my hips, my belly button is going. Notice how my arm kind of has some lag to it,
Yeah.
right? So what I'm trying to do is just allow my arm to use that lag, and it's just gonna follow through, right? So when I do this, it allows me to go forward. So that forward momentum gives me a little more power, a little more pop.
Yeah.
So if I follow through, right, it's just allowing me to just naturally serve.
Yeah. So like again, looking at Brooke's serve, you know, it's one of the fastest serves I've seen. But the thing that we talked about is your grip pressure and how relaxed you are.
Yeah.
So on a scale 1 to 10, Brooks, your grip pressure is what?
Like a 4.
So it's really light relatively on a scale 1 to 10. And not only that, but your arm and your shoulder, everything's really relaxed. And
Very
loose.
relaxed, yes.
Yeah. So I think that's a big thing. A lot of players, when they line up to serve the ball, they're trying to muscle it, right?
Absolutely,
they're trying to muscle it, and they get a lot of tension, they get a lot of injuries.
And if you muscle this serve, so if I'm hitting a serve and I'm trying to muscle it,
Go ahead.
I know that my arm's not going to come through as naturally because I'm holding so tight. I don't allow any drop.
Yeah. So
Right?
let's see that a muscle, like just all strength.
Right? I know it still looks powerful.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as powerful, and I don't allow my wrist to really come over the ball, allowing that ball to drop down. And it just doesn't feel as comfortable.
Yeah.
I feel very awkward.
Yeah. Okay. So you have a routine. Number 1, you get your legs into it, your momentum. Number 2. Number 3, you're clearing those hips, opening them up. And then the last one is you are making sure you're following through well, high above that left shoulder.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Now let's kind of talk about strategy, because I know you're going for depth and pace, number 1, but when do you kind of switch up your serves and you know, like to the forehand, to the backhand, or to the body? Where do you find the most success since your serve is so powerful?
Yeah, so with going for a lot, I might miss a couple more than normal, but in return, I get a lot more missed returns or free thirds, right? My strategy when serving is I really like to go to people's backhands because, you know, most people's, it's their weak spot. I switch it up once they start getting a feel for that.
Yeah.
So if I let's say I'm playing you, Jordan, and you know, you've missed 1 or 2, you're like, you know what, you're really ready for that backhand.
Yeah.
That's when I'll start to switch it up and maybe go to your forehand.
Yeah.
And get you something like a different look, and then kind of just try to get in your head a little bit with that.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Another thing too that I think you do really well is even sometimes just going straight for the middle of the box, right? Like
trying to jam someone.
Yeah, body serves. Because you have a lot of pace, there's not a lot of time to slide out the way, and I think that could be really effective too.
Yeah.
Yeah.